have not recorded much this week just because I know SeaWheeze is going to be crazy and work has kind of been hectic, and today was the first run and workout I did of the week. I took Sunday and Monday off, so today I did 2-mile warm-up and then half-mile intervals at like a 7:50 pace. I felt really good, suspiciously good. So that's all for today. Today has been slightly chaotic. I've just been working all day. After work finishes, I have to run to a hair appointment. I also need to pack. I feel like very behind for this trip. I've also been planning for so long that I feel like I should have everything together. I also need to make my content list. I have like a handful of things that I'm ready to make, but I just need to start visualizing everything that I'm about to put out. But we're going to get my hair done and pack in a little bit. I went to Pilates this morning. Felt great. Really good fresh start to the weekend. I'll do a shakeout run at some point. Maybe in Canada, we'll see. Gosh, I'm so tired. Anyway, I'm gonna finish the work day and then we'll go from there. Absolutely had to get a spray tan. I was so pale and there was no way I was running in a sports bra and shorts in my paleness. So first thing off the to-do list, and then I went over to my cousin's hair shop and got some highlights put in. Packing is kind of a disaster right now, but we're going to try to fit everything in a carry-on and a backpack. So let's see how this goes. Jordan and Eloise are dropping me off. Eloise was mighty confused when we woke up at 3 o'clock.
Don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe.
That's all. I can't believe we finally made it to this day. Ah! How you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great.
Fantastic.
Surprisingly. How long did you sleep last night?
I went to bed at like 11.
11?
Woke up at 3. Maybe a little earlier. Maybe like 10:30.
Okay. I was a 9:30 gal.
Good for you.
My watch says 6 hours.
I haven't,
non-restorative.
I haven't even looked at mine. That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
Y'all, I think this is the most beautiful place I've ever seen. I was just in awe of the mountains while we were on the plane. I couldn't imagine what we were actually going to see once we got into Vancouver. We got checked into our hotel immediately. That really came in clutch. We thought we were going to have to wait a couple of hours, so it was nice to freshen up after our flight. We had a little view of downtown. We stayed at the Metropolitan by Marriott. Super great location.
Oh, so cute. Fast paces and good times. To winning. That's a lot of chicken fingers.
It is.
We have a fridge. Yeah.
How are we feeling?
I can't.
Sage Wellness is the company I've been working with preparing for SeaWheeze, so I had to go see their pop-up. They were rolling all the essentials onto everybody. We smelled so good and felt even better. There were all sorts of vendors and pop-ups at the convention center. These little Aura popsicles, there were electrolytes and gels, everything you could think of, they had it. They also had some Bear Bells protein drinks that were not the protein sodas that were really, really good, and I want more of them. After we picked up our race packets, we just hung out around the convention center, did some window shopping, and Abby and I walked around a little bit of downtown, and we just enjoyed ourselves before a long weekend. It was kind of our last night of peace before we got going the next morning. Friday's here. We went and got a little breakfast and lavender latte before our shakeout run. Shakeout run. 13.1 tomorrow. Hey, Pop. Hi.
Oh, you're gonna sit for us.
Good girl. Running along the sea was just absolutely stunning. Yes, I run in some beautiful places, the beach being one of them. I think that's just one of the most scenic places you can be by the ocean. But something about being on the water with all these boats and otters, it was just so cute. So all of that sea watching was waiting in line for the SeaWheeze merch sale. It was actually so intense. Even though it was well organized, there was so much music and talking going on that I was very overstimulated. Not to mention when we got into the ballroom where all of the merch was, people were going nuts. They did have everything organized by size, so that was very helpful versus organized by style. So it was a good experience. Lululemon really made it happen, made it the best it could possibly go. People were just fiending after this merchandise, which I was one of them, but I wasn't like throwing elbows and running around like some of these people. We followed all of our shopping up with some Lululemon yoga. It was the perfect way to prepare our bodies and our minds for the race tomorrow. It was very hot outside. We picked the noon yoga session versus morning or evening. That probably would have been a little bit cooler and more enjoyable, but we still had a fabulous time regardless. It was almost like a heated yoga class. We were just outdoors in the sunshine. And again, the views were absolutely immaculate. We got to look at the mountain range and the sea the whole time. And including the vendors, they also had little tattoo stations, nails, and places where you could get your hair braided. So Kate and Abby got these little airbrush tattoos. I did not get one because I had to go to work on Monday, and I didn't want to deal with scrubbing off a tattoo, not knowing if it were going to come off or not. So I just opted out, and I watched and enjoyed. They turned out to be super cute and actually came off really easy for Kate and Abby. So kind of sad I didn't get one, but maybe next year. One thing I was not used to was seeing the half marathon distance in kilometers. So all of their little tattoos said 21.1, I think. I'm not sure if there's one on the table there, but I think Kate got it here. Yep, 21.1K, and that just threw me off the whole time. And the best way to end any pre-race day is by a carb load. We went to a fabulous Italian restaurant. They even got us chicken parm, even though it wasn't on the menu. They really came in clutch, and it was delicious. The cutlet was just so crispy. And the portion sizes were spot on. I didn't feel overly stuffed like I do sometimes when I eat Italian. And we got this gelato every day while we were there. Saturday, of course, race day. We took tons of content, so I had to clip some together for you guys.
Race morning. How's everybody feeling?
Great. It's still learning.
I know, my tummy's a little anxious. We'll make it happen.
So I felt pretty good the first couple of miles. About mile 11, I just really was not feeling it. I wouldn't say I bonked. It wasn't like an I'm tired kind of feeling. I was starting to feel nauseated. I don't know what was going on with me this day, but we still hit a PR, 1 hour, 55 minutes. So I was very proud of that. I was aiming to go like a 150 or closer to that than 155, but maybe next time. Lulu provided this little brunch for us after. It was so yummy, just what we needed after the race, but we also got ready to go get our own brunch. And before I did that, I lathered up in all of this pain relief from Sage Wellness. The Peppermint Halo is supposed to help you relax, ease your mind. Incredible. The roller for pain relief, and then there's a joint release cream that just made me feel like I could continue walking, which we needed because John Summit was playing a concert for all of the race goers, and it was actually so incredible. They had metal engraving stations, they had food and beverage, they also had some other SeaWheeze merch. We did not go look at the other SeaWheeze merch because we already spent so much money at the regular convention pop-up, but we did grab some food and listen to the opener. It was so fun. We actually even met Matt James. He was a pacer for the race and was just hanging out in the crowd, meeting people, so I thought that was really nice and cool. John Summit Absolutely incredible. If you ever get the chance to go see one of his shows, 10 out of 10 recommend. Abby and I had the best time. I felt like my body was just like vibrating. I could feel my heart racing. Just so fun, and the perfect adrenaline rush to top off race weekend. Like, this right here is what we mean by runner's high. Nothing else going on besides fast energy and loud music, just like it is on the track or the race trail, wherever you are when you're running. He played about an hour and a half, which I wasn't expecting. I was expecting it to be shorter than that. So really appreciative that he just came out here and put on a show for us. I felt a little crazy because nothing like running 13 miles. We walked around downtown, and by the time we finished up this night, I had walked 20 miles. I was absolutely dead, but we didn't let it phase the night. We still jumped around, had so much fun. This creepy guy was trying to hit on Abby the whole night, so there's that. But what can you do? So I really didn't sleep at all this whole trip. I was living on a prayer and caffeine. So we got some brunch and then headed over to Granville Island just to shop and mosey around. My legs were actually hurting so stinking bad, and Abby's actually gave out on her and she fell. We were just having a rough go on this trip, but the market was so cute. There were so many people. It was kind of hard to even walk around and see anything, but it was still fun. The energy was high and there were tons of cute little shops, and I love a good farmer's market. Even just smelling fresh produce and baked goods always, it makes me feel uplifted. They also had some local artists playing different songs and instruments around the island, so it was nice to be immersed in their culture in that way. We also picked up some donuts for Abby and Kate's mom, who weren't with us on the island at this point, but we were delivering back. They were such troopers all weekend and really supported us through this race, and we needed all the energy we could to get back to the airport for our red eye back to the US. We flew out about 8:30 p.m. and I didn't land in Alabama until 8:30 a.m. the next day. So I was rolling right in from this 12 hours of flying into workshops for my job. So it was a rough go for me. I did not sleep at all pretty much the whole trip, like 4 hours of sleep each night. So I was really just riding the high of the race day and John Summit to really carry me through the next 2 days of workshops for my job. Nevertheless, I did persist. I got to work, and it is now Wednesday when I'm recording this, and we've made it halfway through the week. I am currently laying in bed at 6:45, about to crash, so another great race weekend for the books.